Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel The Green Gunner. This is your host Sadhu Mayu. I hope you all are doing well and had a decent weekend irrespective of Arsenal result against Newcastle United, where we suffered our first defeat of the season in the Premier League. Guys, I'm gutted. I'm furious. Newcastle defeated Arsenal 1-0. Or should I say VAR defeated Arsenal 1-0. Horrendous and unacceptable officiating in the match of such significance. The game, filled with tension and anger, was decided just after 60 minutes when Anthony Gordon hit the ball into the net from the close range after Arsenal bungled a clear out. Now, about this goal, it should not have even been a play on, let alone a goal, as ball clearly went out of play. It had crossed the line, guys. Instead, the cross was made and Anthony Gordon put the ball in the back of the net. Now, Gabriel was there to deal with it as the ball curled in from the corner, but he was fouled. He was pushed by Joelinton on the ground to the ground, and after the VAR check, the goal was allowed. Let's talk about the daylight robbery. Guys, Mikel Arteta in his press conference made his feelings clear. VAR is a joke, and for the league that's supposed to be the best in the world, this is beyond embarrassing. Every week, new controversy comes up. Then PGMOL and officials issue an apology and we move on. Hell with your apology. This league is not easy. It's the most intense in the world, where crowning champions, UCL qualification and relegation are decided by margins of 1-2 points hardly. Players B of any club work their socks off. There's no denying that. Managers' jobs are on the line because so much money is involved. And this is the level of officiating we get. Every week. Horrible. Every week, pundits, players, managers complain about the same thing, yet nothing is done about it. Sometimes it seems like they don't want to fix it. Come on, even if you tell my 6-year-old that this is wrong, do not do it again, I'm sure he doesn't... I'm sure even he won't make the same mistakes every week. Garbage minds behind the camera, I tell you guys. Now, before Newcastle were gifted the goal by VAR, there were other controversial moments as well in the game. This time, the culprit was on-field referee. Bruno Guimaraes confused the football with MMA, guys. Had a swing at the back of the head of Jorginho. No way in any other league he would have been allowed to stay on the pitch. But only in EPL, only in English Premier League, guys, only in the Premier League. It was a straight red. VAR checked it and said, oh, it's all right, Jorginho is still alive, he's still breathing, therefore carry on. No red card. I mean, are you joking? It would have been better had Jorginho gone down and acted like he was hit by a hammer in the back of his head. His teammates should have surrounded the ref, threw some ketchup on Jorginho's head just to prove it as the blood. Maybe then VAR would have made the right decision. Just maybe. It was absolutely disgraceful. Then later on, Bruno Guimaraes hit the ball to one of our players when the game was stopped. Again, no card. Horrible. Make no mistake, guys, it was a high intensity match with both teams playing quality football, only to be tainted by poor refereeing. It could have gone either way, and maybe it's fair to say a 0-0 draw would have been well deserved for both the sides. Now, enough of me talking about VAR. Now I'm going to talk about Arsenal's performance. I think defensively we did really well. Both Saliba and Gabriel were excellent. And some may argue Gabriel, he could have done something to avoid the goal. I say that's absolutely rubbish. Guy was fouled, pushed with both hands and thrown to the ground. That's what you see in the movie, guys. When a group of kids in school bully a weaker kid, push him to the ground and steal his lunch money. That's exactly how it looked. That's exactly what happened, guys. So I don't think it's fair to blame Gabriel. I think both Gabriel and Saliba were outstanding. Ben White and Tomiyasu were decent too. If we talk about our overall defensive work going forward, they did not do much. Jorginho was all right in the midfield, controlled the ball, the usual self, didn't offer much going forward, did not create anything, and that's where we miss Thomas Partey, guys. That's where we miss Thomas Partey's experience and his creativity. We missed Odegaard terribly also, by the way, because Kai Havertz, as expected, did not do much either. It's like our front three, our front man, did not get enough service. And as much service as they did not make the best of it. Our problem lies in the final third, guys. Like I said in my previous videos, Martinelli, Saka and Eddie, we do not shoot more often. Too slow within the box, not clinical. One shot on target is the proof how bad we are in front of the goal. Now some may say they didn't get any service from Havertz, Odegaard was missing, Gabriel is injured, etc, etc. But my argument is, even when Jesus and Odegaard are fully fit, we still don't score as many goals as we should, or how we did last season. Saka has been below par this season, and Martinelli is too inconsistent. They should be looking to shoot more instead of looking to cut in or looking to provide a perfect pass, as this current style of play is clearly not working, guys. We badly need a striker, as we need more goals, and relying on Eddie Nketiah, but that's not enough. He doesn't offer enough. Mikel Arteta should look into this, and as this is a priority. This is the same front three we had last season, and instead of getting better, we have taken 2 steps back. Now that's worrying. Another issue Mikel Arteta should be thinking at, and I've repeated myself countless times in my previous video. Guys, it is the Raya Ramsdale situation. Raya was given the #1 spot to everyone's surprise, but he has been poor, let's admit it. 2 goals he has conceded thanks to his terrible positioning, one against Chelsea and another against Newcastle. He was out of position, guys, again. He is in no way an upgrade on Ramsdale, especially when it comes to positioning and stopping the ball from going into the back of the net. His distribution isn't out of the world either. So about time, Raya should be dropped and Ramsdale should be brought in, because Raya's distribution or his let's say his goalkeeping also puts our back four under pressure. Now let's get into quick player ratings. David Raya, I'll give him 2. Unstable throughout the match and made an amateur mistake leading to Newcastle's first goal. I think 2 is alright. Yeah, I'll give him 2. Ben White struggled against Anthony Gordon and did not contribute much to the goal either. And he obviously didn't do much going forward. William Saliba, I think he's one of the best centre backs in the world right now. One of the best, easily top 3. I'll give him 7. Impressive defensive work control and passing, but also had to fight hard because those Newcastle guys were physical. Gabriel was outstanding until the goal went in, didn't let any of the Newcastle attackers anywhere near our box. Well done, and tough luck. Tomiyasu, he was decent, didn't offer much going forward, but defensive work was alright. Havertz, poor. Get him out of my club, please. Just write off 65 million, loan him out, whatever you do, just do not play him again. He made a rash challenge unnecessary, and he was even lucky to stay on the pitch, because for the challenge he made, he should have gotten a straight red, but got a yellow only. We should have played Zinchenko in the midfield, guys. What do you say? Zinchenko is better going forward. He could come in handy when the creativity is needed. Declan Rice, 8. Outstanding as always, leading in the field, leading up front, stood up for the ball, stood up for the bullshit being thrown at our players on the field. Excellent. Jorginho, his usual, nothing going forward though, no creativity. And for our front 3, Saka, Nketiah and Martinelli, poor. I'll give them 4, 4, 5. Martinelli, I'll give him 5 because work rate was better. Otherwise, offered nothing in the final third. Shot one straight right into the hand of the Newcastle goalkeeper. It's really bad. Guys, not good enough. For subs, they came in too late. I'll give them standard 4. And for Mikel Arteta, I'll give him 3. Tactics were alright, but I'm giving him such bad ratings. I'll give him 3, just because he keeps playing Raya and Havertz. My only grudge against him. Guys, that's all for today, and I hope we do not make this a habit of not scoring more goals. We start creating in the midfield. And next up we have Champions League.